stand still and watch me give you the victory. Not only will he'll give you the victory, but if you read just a little bit further, if one thing that the battle is not show us, but it's another thing to know that he told them that he will be with you in the battle. I think I need to say that one more time. There's another thing when God told you to be not dismayed, for the battle is not show us. But it's another thing that he said that he will be with you in the battle. There is joy knowing that God is on your side. And since he's on your side, you can face every obstacle that's in your life, knowing that you have the victory. Why don't you look at somebody and say, I have the victory. First thing you have to do is you have to stand on his resources. Secondly, you have to stand on his promises. And lastly, you're going to have to stand on the victory. God promised them the victory. That all they had to do was walk in their valley. The battle was about to commence. They was in the wilderness of Tekoa. The children of Ammon, Moab, and Mount Seir was just about to step foot on the battleground. Can you see them smiling in their face with encouragement in their heart? Because God told the king Jehoshaphat that the battle is not yours, but it is the Lord. Ammon was preparing for the battle. Moab was in the trenches. Mount Seir was sharpening their swords. The battle pan was drawn. The enemy was just real in their face, and they was ready to fight. The only thing, the difference between Moab, Ammon, and Mount Seir was that the king Jehoshaphat told them, and King Jehaziel told them that all you have to do is just stand still. Don't have to worry about even putting a lick in this battle. For I will promise you the victory. The last thing God has instructed them to do is to put praise in front of your request. I think I'm going to say that one more time. Put praise in front of your request. There's something that you don't have to ask God about. All you have to do is send Judah first. And Judah means praise. And then other times you have to tell the Lord, whatever you're doing in this season, you're going to have to not do it without me. If you're healing in this season, don't do it without me. If you're delivering in this season, don't do it without me. If you break through it in this season, don't do it without me. All you have to do is stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. Why don't you look at somebody and say, stand still. It might not look like it right now, but stand still. You might have to talk like it right now, but stand still. Because when you stand still, it means that you're in a compromising state, knowing that what's coming against you is not what's going to happen on the inside of you. For I heard my grandmother sing a song that said, I got something that's down in me that's telling me to go ahead. So I got something that's on the inside that's working on the outside, and it's going to bring a great change in me. I got Jesus that's on the inside that's working on the outside, and it's going to bring a great change in me. I got the Holy Ghost on the inside that's working on the outside, and it's going to bring a great change in me. But what the devil meant for evil, God knows how to turn it around for you good. I think I need to say it one more time. What the devil meant for evil, God knows how to turn it around for you good. Sooner or later, it's going to turn in your favor. Everything that you have been praying for, everything that you have been fasting for, everything that you have been facing, God knows how to turn everything into your favor. If you were sick, he was wounded for our transgressions. He was bruised for our iniquities. The chastisement of our peace was upon him. And with his stripes, we are healed. You might not be healed physically, but you might be healed spiritually. But all you have to do is stand still. They talked about you, but stand still. They lied on you, but stand still. They mistreat you, but stand still. And see the salvation of the Lord. Look at somebody one more time and say, stand still. For the victory is already yours. If you can see victory, and if you can smell victory, and if you can taste victory, it doesn't matter what you have right now. All you have to do is shout in advance. For the text said that when they started praising, the Lord sent an attackment on each other. I'm closing now when I tell you that one more thing that you have to do. You have to stand on your resources. You have to stand on your promises. And then lastly, you have to stand on your victory. But God will give you double for your trouble. I want to encourage somebody in the series of circumstances that you are going through. But you have to sit back and see the salvation of the Lord. But there are times that you feel like quitting. There are times that you feel like giving up. But you have to learn how to hang on in there. But I want to encourage you today that no matter how hard you pray, you can pray and don't worry. Or you can worry and don't pray. But just believe that what God has promised you, that God has got your back. But we can conclude just like David. Asaph, when he said that my foot almost slipped, he said I almost gave up. He said until I saw the prosperity of the wicked. But he said, oh God, you are the lifter up of my head. Tell somebody he is the lifter up of my head. You might have your head hang down, but just because you can stand on your resources, you can stand knowing that God has got your back. But there's times that you want to fall out and cry. But I want to encourage somebody that God is in control. I heard David say in the 27th division of Psalm, he said, the Lord is my light, and the Lord is my salvation. Whom shall I fear? He said, the Lord is the strength of my life. In whom shall I be afraid? When the wicked, even my enemies, try to come against me, they stumble and fail. The host shall encamp against me. He said, my heart shall not fear. The war shall come against me. In this will I be confident. One thing that I have desired of the Lord is that I may seek after and that I may dwell in the house of the Lord and inhale the beauty of the Lord and inquire into his temple. Stand on your resources. That's called fasting and prayer. Stand on your promises that he will give you the victory. Stand on the victory, knowing that you are on the winning side. But after you've done all you can do, you're going to have to stand and see the salvation of the Lord. Stand. Let me ask you a question. What do you do when you've done all you can and it seems like it's never enough? How do you handle the gift of your past? How do you deal with the shame? What do you do when it seems like you can't make it through? Thank you, big brother. You got to stand on the goodness of the Lord. I know you've been through the pain, but you got to stand. I know you've been through hell and back, but you got to stand. I know you've been sick, but you got to stand. I know they lied on you, but stand. They talked about you. Stand. They lied on you. Stand. Stand still with your spiritual eyes. But you are an overcomer through Jesus Christ. To stand is a verb that simply means to upright position, supported by one's feet. Stand on your knees, on your feet. Stand still and be steadfast, unmovable, always abounding in the work of the Lord. Stand to be unwavering. Stand with boldness. Stand like a tree that's planted by the rivers of water that shall not be moved. To stand is to tolerate without flinching. Tell somebody, stand. Stand. To simply T, trust, A, and N, never, D, doubt. Stand, simply trust, and never doubt. The children of Israel have to stand and simply trust and never doubt. Moses had to simply stand, to trust and never doubt. Charles Anderson had to simply stand, trust and never doubt. Bethlehem, stand, simply trust and never doubt. True light, stand, simply trust and never doubt. Never doubt on his word. that cross, but they saved him. What to do with this man until the smart addict said, why don't you heist him in the air? But what he did not know is that Jesus said, if I be lifted up, I'll draw all men unto me. He stand on that cross, died on a Friday, but early Sunday morning, he got up as the healing's healer. He got up as the deliverer's deliverer. He got up knowing that everything was going to be all right. Let me ask you a question. Have you any rivers that seems uncrossable? And have you any mountains that you can't tunnel through? God specializes in things that seem impossible, and he'll do what no other power can do. For I heard him say, it's not by might nor by power, but it's by my spirit, said the Lord. Tell somebody, he'll see you through. What do you do when you done all you can? Stand still and see the salvation of the Lord. I want to leave you what Paul said in the 6th chapter of Ephesians. He said, finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God that you be able to simply trust and never doubt. Stand whatever you're going through. Stand whatever you're facing. Stand because I found out that if you stand for holiness, you live for holiness. Because holiness is still right in an unseen world. Say yeah. Yeah. When you stand, you can tell God, thank you. Thank you for how you brought me. Thank you.